and welcome to this evening's breaking news update. A whistleblower report released on September 26 has actively progressed the impeachment of Trump, as corroborated facts are being compiled. The president is facing a serious and very legitimate case against him. The whistleblower report exposed that there is more to the conversation between President Trump and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, in which Trump explicitly asked the new Ukrainian president for illegal investigations to be launched regarding Ukraine tampering with the 2016 election. In addition to this, it also asks for the leading Democratic candidate and one of Trump's direct competitors in the upcoming 2020 election, Joe Biden, to be investigated, as well as his son Hunter. Here's what one American citizen had to say about the investigation on President Trump. What are your thoughts on the impeachment proceedings against Donald Trump?
I've admired the way in which Democrats have stepped up to the plate and held Trump accountable for his unconstitutional behavior. It's been tough to watch the Republicans sit idly by and allow Trump to get away with this behavior. I think the impeachment attempts in the past have been very justified and legitimate. This whistleblower report just adds to the many facts going against Trump and his administration.
It shouldn't take an act of political courage to acknowledge the patently obvious fact that if a president corrupts U.S. foreign policy to punish his political enemies and help himself politically, it's impeachable.
And now to our political analyst from Davidson College.
Thanks for having me, Henry. More and more Americans are beginning to hold President Trump liable for his unconstitutional actions. The White House and the president are clearly floundering in an attempt to cover up yet another impeachable offense. Trump recently released a statement saying the transcript released was, quote, word for word, comma for comma, and yet the start of the released transcript reads that it is, quote, not a verbatim transcript of a discussion. The text in this document records the notes and recollections of Situation Room duty officers and NSC policy staff assigned to listen and memorialize a conversation in written form as a conversation takes place. Thanks to the whistleblower's report, attention has been brought to where the president explicitly asked Ukraine to intervene in the democratic process. By involving a foreign entity in our democratic process, the entire electoral process is in jeopardy. It is baffling that the Republican Party, known for their emphasis on homeland security, would allow such an invasion of privacy to happen here in the United States. Ukrainians do not have the right to determine the fate of American politics, only American voters do.
Hi, and welcome back. Recently, a whistleblower report released to the public on September 26 has brought up the Nancy Pelosi-driven charges of impeachment against President Trump. As the Democrats continue the investigation, people are getting more and more concerned, and it appears the president is facing a serious case against him. The whistleblower report exposed part of a conversation between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. This conversation, which the White House willingly released to the public on September 25th, simply details celebratory proceedings between President Trump and the newly appointed Ukrainian president. The part of the transcript in question is supposed badgering or blackmailing by President Trump for investigations to be launched regarding legitimate concerns of Ukrainian tampering in the 2016 elections, as well as investigating Joe Biden, one of the Democratic candidates opposing Trump. Here's what one American citizen had to say on the impeachment proceedings. How do you feel about the impeachment charges against Donald Trump?
I'm offended by how the Democrats who say they believe the facts are not fact-checking themselves here. This mystery whistleblower has yet to be discovered, but has managed to cause quite the dramatic show. For what? The President Trump has been under attack from the liberals since he took office in January of 2017. I won't even entertain this preposterous investigation that is wasting my taxpayer dollars. Why can't the Democrats unite behind the man who was elected to lead this country? It is sad that this witch hunt against our president continues.
Thank you for your time.
Well, listen, what we've seen from the Democrats is a consistent and relentless push to impeach regardless of the facts. So for months and months and months, it was all about Mueller. Mueller's going to prove that everything's wrong. Then the Mueller report came in and found no collusion. Then suddenly all the Democrats who were screaming impeach and had nothing to say. Now, right away, they're all screaming Ukraine, 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 and oddly enough, it's the same exact conclusion: impeach the president. By the way, in a month or two, it's liable to be something else. It's not driven by facts.
And now, to our political representative from North Carolina.
Wow. Thank you, Senator Cruz, for your thought-provoking interview. And thank you, Henry, for having me on the show. I couldn't agree more with Cruz's sentiments about how the Democratic attitudes towards President Trump. On one hand, the Democrats want investigations of Russian interference. Why should Ukrainian interference not be examined too? Their anger towards the results of the 2016 election have been fueling these accusations towards the president, so they continue to frame his presidential actions as impeachable offenses. This Democrat Soviet-style secret impeachment coup attempt is one big scam from the party that claims to fight for justice. The worst part is we have party members with loyalties outside the party. They're not Republicans. They're not working to solidify and advance Republican interests in Congress. Now is the time for the Republican Party to unite behind our leader. Back to you, Henry.